Hello everybody and welcome back to the Grymm SMP. It's been a little while since I'm on. Yeah, we've got some catching up to do. So the first thing today when I logged on for a little bit, there used to be a giant cave hole right here. I've covered up the entire thing and just given us a little bit more space. There's also this right here. So eventually this whole thing is going to be pushed out and this is going to be one big oval. I think this might go back a little bit as well, and I think that might be as big as we want to make this little village camp area. Then we can start working on the fence running all the way around, and that'll be that. So the second thing is, I haven't been on in a very, very, very long time. So this present is it's from Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day and thanks for the sweets. You're welcome. Which actually leads me into the thing I'd like to do today. So last episode, at the very end of it, we kind of messed around with the food mod a little bit. I actually want to play around with it even more, because there is some really cool foods that we'd like to do, and I think it'd be really fun to mess around with them. Now, I'm not sure exactly how to find the foods. We've got this little recipe book here. So I think we can start off with some wheat dough, because that seems like it would lead into other food types. Okay, wheat dough. Whoa! Hold on, I have Optifine? This might very well be the best day of my life. I did not know that I had this. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so there's a lot in here. First of all, what mod even is this? I want to see if I can look up a list of all the foods so we can try to make all of them. Alright, so I did some research. Here are the extra mods we have, but the main mod that we have installed on here is Farmer's Delight. Now, in advancements, this is actually supposed to help you to get started in this mod. Now, we've technically already done this, so I guess we need to make skillets and cooking pots next. However, this is probably the most important thing to do. It said to find this on one of the mod pages. It says to find this either across in the wild or on shipwrecks and in villages. So we can look around for those. Okay, so first actually I decided to make this knife. So you can go and harvest, not these ferns it looks like, but these, and you can get straw. So I'm not sure what we can do with the straw. I did get an advancement for that. So let's see, okay. So, place down some organic compost. We need dirt, rotten flesh, bone meal, and straw. That should be pretty easy to get. So now you have organic compost. Like that. Organic compost slowly decays into rich soil. Well, I guess we'll come back to that. But moving on, let's try to get a cutting board. That seems like a pretty essential thing. What do you need to make a cutting board? Oh, just some sticks and wood. We can do that. Alright, so here's a cutting board. Can I, place this down on here? Okay, cool. So, with the tool in hand, use a cutting board to break down an item. What can we put on here? Maybe, some straw? This doesn't seem cuttable. Okay, okay. What if we cut wheat dough that we made earlier? Okay. Okay. That certainly did something. We now have raw pasta. Okay, so should we just try to... What else can we cut, maybe? Maybe, could we cut some raw chicken? We can! And now we have raw chicken cuts. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's try to cut everything we have and see what actually cuts. Alright, so as far as I know, this is all I could figure out how to cut down. So you can cut meat down, we can cut sugarcane into that, we can cut that. I think I had a piece of raw mutton around here that I wanted to try to cut down first. Aha. We can! Okay, so now we have cooked mutton chops. Interesting. So you can cut any meat. And you can also, can we cut this further? No, that's another question I have. No, okay. But the next thing we can do is also to use a knife to extract ham from pigs or hoglins, which I think is interesting. I might go on a bit of a journey and find a pig. Okay, so then do we just kill it with this? And that'll give us ham? No. No, that did not. Okay. Use a knife to extract ham. Maybe we right-click on it? Let's find another pig. Hold on, hold on. Let's try to right-click. Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. Maybe we just got unlucky. Maybe we just need to kill him again. There we go, there we go. Alright, so we just needed to find another one. I then decided to go on the hunt for some of these wild crops. Okay, so I managed to find a village. It looks pretty looted. I don't think I'm gonna... Oh. Is that the entire village? Are you kidding? Okay, well... I guess that's the entire thing. Oh, nope, no. I was incorrect. There's more down here. So we might be able to find something in one of these chests if somebody overlooked it. A large fern. Not quite what I'm looking for. Okay, so another thing the internet told me to do is to look in shipwrecks. And I saw one right down here. Is there a chest? Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, actually. Okay, there's a chest. Oh, this is probably emptied already. Okay, yeah, this whole place has been cleaned out already. That is unfortunate, although it is pretty expected. Alright, so I finally found another shipwreck. I'm thinking this one's probably also looted. However, it never hurts to check. It looks like this must not be looted then. Is there another chest in here? There's one back there. Some rope. No way, no way, no way. Okay, okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna drown again, I'm gonna drown again, I'm gonna drown again. Just grab everything. Let's see what we got. We got tomatoes, onions, corn, and rope, and a bunch of wheat. Okay. Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This is one of them, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Flax seeds. Okay. So I've done some research now, and turns out that the wild crops that we need to find are the wild cabbage and sea beet, which grow on beaches, the wild potato, which grows in cold climates. We've got the wild onion and wild carrot that grow in temperate climates, the tomato vine in arid climates, and the wild rice in swamps and jungles. Now, fortunately, we are in a great location as we have cold and swamp over here. Now, looking at the list, we should not need any of the potatoes since we already have potatoes. We should not need the carrot. We have onions right here, which I don't know if we can plant those or if we can make them into seeds, but we do have those. We may need to go and find some more. We have tomato seeds, so we should be good with those. And rice, we should be able to find somewhere in here. So I'm gonna do some more exploring and see if we can find anything in here. Alright, so I found a sign. I've been wandering through this entire swamp and I haven't found anything yet. I don't know how hard this thing is to find, but I'm just gonna head to the nearest village. Hopefully I can find something there. It's just, I just want some rice. Okay, so we're in a village. We've got cabbage seeds, which was one of the things that we needed. We've also got rice, but we don't have rice seeds. I'm gonna take that instead of the pumpkin. So we do have rice though. I don't know if you can plant that. I'm really not sure, but we're gonna take it anyways. I've decided I'm gonna do one last pass through the swamp area and then I'm going to head back home. So I have finally made it back home. This looks the same as it was. Stop. Oh my god. We're gonna start with growing some tomato crops and planting grains of rice. We're gonna plant some tomato seeds right here and then rope like that. Alright, so next thing we have to do is we have to plant grain of rice in a shallow water puddle. Now, we can do that. We can! So we're gonna cover all of that in rice and see if that grows. we're gonna have to wait on the tomatoes as well. So we're gonna make a cooking pot and a skillet. Okay, so there's our cooking pot, and then you put this above something. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we've made a skillet. I think it's cooking. It is. Is it going? And it's going straight into my inventory. Okay, cool. So next, sneak to place your skillet down as a block. Nice. Next, we need to make a warm bowl. So I'm not sure what all we need for that. Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot here. We're gonna make all of this eventually. Okay, so I was just able to get some bones, so we can make some bone broth now. However, I don't have any other red mushrooms, I believe. So I'd like to grow the one mushroom that we do have first. Did that go in there? Oh no. Oh no. That was my only mushroom. Well, we have made our first food. I did not know that it worked like that. So, as soon as it starts going, I guess it goes. Okay. So we put bowl in there, and then we get soup. We got some bone broth. Once we have the cabbage, we can make something else. So while we're waiting, I think we should work on this. We can start making a bunch of this stuff. Let's make some popcorn. How do you make popcorn? Well, let's see. Can we just make popcorn this way? No. Okay. Can we make some with a skillet? It seems to be cooking. Popcorn! Okay, so how do we do this? Can you make a popcorn bucket? Caramel popcorn. Wait, I want to make that. Hold on. Caramel popcorn. Okay, wait, so we can make that now. What's that? This is a popcorn bucket. We need a bunch of caramel popcorn and paper. Okay. So let's cook some more of this popcorn, or these kernels, and we can get more popcorn. And now we have a bunch of caramel popcorn. Now we can make a popcorn bucket. And then we can eat that. Now, on to today's plans for building. This whole area, I'd like to make it a little bit prettier on that side, but I want this area to be where all of the food is grown. We're gonna push this back. There's definitely some terraforming that I'm gonna do real quick. There's going to be a bigger tent where we're gonna cook the food. There's gonna be another food where we can all sit and eat the food together, like a little pavilion, like dining area. There's also going to be some animal pens and a few little gardens in between, so this whole ugly mess isn't here. So anyways, I think this is going to be a really fun addition to our whole base, but I'm gonna get started on the terraforming first, because that's probably the most important part. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit with an update. So once again, lots of progress has happened. The first thing I'd like to talk about is this is no longer our main campsite area. Over here is now our campsite area. We've got a bigger bonfire in the middle. We've got a bunch of benches around here that we can all sit on. I've added some little lanterns on sticks. Kind of like, you know those like tiki torches that you could have outdoors? It's kind of like that, except not on fire. I also made all of this. So there's quite a lot here. I added this little pond where we are growing the rice and sugarcane. It's supposed to look a bit natural, kind of like the pond was already there, and we just decided to plant some stuff around it. I also have a lot of different gardens. We've got flax, we've got canola, we've got onions, we've got tomatoes, corn, bamboo, and glowberries, but the glowberries aren't really growing, so I don't know what's up with that. We've got potatoes, we've got cabbage, we've got carrots, we've got wheat, and we've got our sweet berries over here. Now, I don't have anywhere to place the mushrooms yet because it has to be kind of underground. I've also kind of left this blank because I do have these grape seeds, but you can't place them like on... Oh, they just don't go on the rich soil. Okay, hold on. Let's plant these real fast. Okay, so now we have grapes too. Yeah, I guess before I had done everything with rich soil, which was the composted, turned into rich soil. So I was trying to make everything, because it turns out with this rich farmland, you can't trample the crops, which is, first of all, really good because I always trample my crops. And it also gives them random boosts. So every once in a while, like that, it'll apply the bone meal effect and grow it, which is really cool, and it's been really nice. So that means that we can have these smaller crops, and we'll still get plenty of crops from it, and it's actually really nice. It's much more aesthetic in here too. We also have this giant pavilion that I added. Now, you'll notice that it's very much intact. It's not as destroyed as the other little tents and such. I've decided that this is because it was built most recently. This was just constructed in this camp. Most of the other tents have been older. This was just built, and you can see that all those are built on like fences and stuff. This is built with logs. That is because, not because I was lazy and couldn't figure out how to do a big giant ruined tent, but because everybody in this camp has decided that it's not just temporary anymore. They think that this is going to be a much more permanent settlement. And so they decided to build this giant pavilion out of logs because it won't be able to be taken down and moved quite easily. So that means this is a turning point for our settlement, and our settlement has now decided that this is where they are going to be living. This is the first thing that they built. The rest of the tents is just kind of still pretty temporary for everybody. But yeah, I might end up switching this whole thing into a ruined tent if I decide I don't like it anymore. But I just kind of decided that, or I might even just ruin this a bit more. So you can say this was like an old thing that they found in the woods and they kind of converted it. But for right now, we're just gonna kind of leave it the way it is. There's a good chance I'm gonna switch it in the future, but for now, I like it the way it is. Now, if we head through the gardens back here, this is our little storage tent. This is where we store all of our crops. We've got a little composter right here. So we've got these barrels, we've got our tomatoes, we've got our corn, we've got our cabbages. We're just kind of in a little tent here. Over here is our food preparation. So we've got our cooking pot, we've got our skillet, we've got our fire. We've got some storage in here, and we've got some sinks, which make this whole thing really nice. Now, this is looking a bit bare. With the food mod, the Farmer's Delight mod, you can actually add big feasts, which is basically placeable foods. I want to place some food on here, maybe make a cake or something. And I want to put a bunch of stuff on here so that it looks a bit more full and not so empty. Now that I've added all of these gardens and everything in, I think it's going to be really cool that to finish up this area to have big paths in the middle with kind of like these torches along it like this. So we want to have a path coming this way around to the campfire because this is like the center of the place. Heading off that way, and a little path that way. Everything's going to connect back here. Because this is the main center point. This is where everybody comes and hangs out and has a good time. Our grapes have finally grown. Ooh. I wonder if you can do anything with this, or if they're just for decoration. But anyways, I have added all sorts of stuff over here. So, I've added our cutting board and our knife over here. We still got our skillet there. Here is our roast chicken. I added a crafting table because you have to make a bunch of the big feasts with the crafting table. I've also added this stuffed pumpkin, this shepherd's pie, and I could not make the honey glazed ham because I don't have any honey, so instead I added a popcorn bucket. So yeah, now you can actually see that there's stuff here, and it looks like there's actually lived in and not just empty countertops. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. We got a lot done. This entire place looks like there's actually stuff here it's actually lived in. I think next episode we're definitely gonna have to get some animals, maybe start on that government facility, and maybe add a couple more tents that'll fully fill out this area so then we can start adding the paths and everything will be done. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, or else. Oh, I love this gun. I need to make some more bullets for it though. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything, with your notifications on preferably. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.